Hi, this is Viji'sVeggieVignettes here. I'm back again with a very exciting soup that we do in our traditional household. My grandmother used to do it. She always spoke about the great benefits of the neem tree. The leaves, the flowers, the fruit, the bark, name it, even the root of the neem is so healthy. It has all the health benefits. Neem is good for our diabetes, and children might not like the bitter taste, so you can make it in the form of a soup that I'm going to show to you now, and they will be delighted to like it. So let's start off straight away, shall we? These are the neem leaves, and I have dried them a little bit. You can dry them a little more too, or you can use them fresh if it's not available, because the dried ones should be available in packets in all the Indian grocery store, or you can search for it online. I'm sure you will get it. It's not something impossible to get because everybody, we are all globally connected now. I'm going to start off by first making the sauce, and when I season with mustard in ghee, I'm going to fry the neem in that and then add the whole thing to the sauce, and it's done. It doesn't take a long time. You also add very little mushed up cooked tur dal to it, okay? So I will add a little water, and to that I will add some tamarind sauce, okay? And to that I will add turmeric powder, salt, and sambar powder. So I will stir it all together, and I will keep it on a medium flame. Allow the raw smell of the sambar powder and the tamarind sauce to go, and then I will keep this aside and then do the rest of the preparation to make it into a final soup. I will add the hing in the end when I stir in the neem leaves, the neem flower, in fact. I remember when we used to have, I'm just going to close this. So let me talk to you now. I remember when I was very young, those days we used to have chicken pox, and all we cousins got it together. So my grandmother used to pluck the neem leaves, bunch it up, ask each one of us to hold it, and then take it around each one and caress all those poxes around your body, and that'll give such a soothing, calming effect, because you want to scratch all the time and you're not allowed to put your fingers there. So the neem leaves used to act like a medicinal effect. It used to feel really nice, it was a cooling effect. So those are all those nostalgic memories I used to have about the neem. And of course, my grandma always took the tender bark of the neem tree and she cleaned her teeth. She used it as a brush. She didn't use a toothpaste or tooth powder or anything. She just used it as a brush, and she used to clean her teeth. And she had sparkling teeth throughout her life, and she had a charming sunshine smile. We had a huge neem tree. This actually I can keep it on a slightly higher flame because it can cook fast since it's liquidy. It doesn't need the moderate flame to cook. So we used to climb up the neem trees, and we used to, scrape the gum off it when I was young. And it had a fruit. And I used to take that fruit and eat it. It had a seed inside, of course, which we used to throw it off. But the fruit had a bitter, sweet taste, and it had a wonderful aroma of neem in it. We used to love it. So those are all the memories of my childhood. Something that you can't remove from your head ever. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add very little of the cooked tur dal. Very little, not much. So here we go. I'll add a little water, and once I allow the foam to come, I'm going to remove this and then season with the rest of the ingredients that are left. The neem flowers, the mustard, the hing, the curry leaves, everything. So it's just forming this foam. Actually, I don't get the raw smell anymore now. I can add a little more water too. No harm, because I want it to be like a potage, a thin soup. You can actually drink this. You can mix it with rice as a second course meal in our community. We generally do that with the rasams. We call it Vepampoo Rasam. Vepampoo is neem flower. Rasam is the potage, which is soup for the soul in our community. We always make one particular rasam each day in our meal. So this is one of the rasams that's very popular and very, very delicious. So now I'm going to remove this and I'm going to place another pan on this, and then we'll season and add the whole thing together. So I've got the other saucepan ready. So here I'm going to add a generous amount of ghee. Maybe you can add less, but I love ghee. So we'll allow it to melt. The first thing we add is mustard because it has to get popped. The moment the ghee melts, you need to add. At this stage, let me add the neem first. Okay, here I'll keep it very small. I can already get the aroma of the neem. It's pretty intoxicating, huh? Let me tell you that. You should try it. Of course, to balance the bitterness of the neem, because it's roasted in ghee and it's good, but to balance the bitterness of the neem, you add a little jaggery. So that takes care of the bitterness. The tamarind sauce is there, the salt is there, so everything gets together and it has a wonderful flavor. So I have to make sure it doesn't blacken. It just gets to a golden color and the green part of it disappears. So you have to be consistent about stirring it if you keep it on a medium-high flame. You cannot lose sight of what you're doing. So that's why they say you have to be consciously in the present when you cook something in the kitchen. It's very important for the taste and for our feeling of goodness, because this is all given to us by God. So we need to worship our cooking. The neem tree has got amazing qualities. This should be okay. So at this stage, I add a little hing. Okay. Let me also add a little turmeric again. Doesn't matter. The more you add, the better it tastes sometimes. And the jaggery, as I said. Okay. So here we go. You need to wipe the dish clean of all those sediments because they are important for the final taste of any dish. You cannot waste what is here in the bottom. You need to scrape it off, rub it off into the main dish. This is over. Let me taste this and see whether it needs anything. It's good. It has the bitterness and the sweetness. It's really very tasty. So try this at home. It's very easy. It's not rocket science. I explain very, very simply to you in a very easy way of doing this dish. I mean, you might think, oh, it's neem flowers, and then you use all new ingredients. Everything is available across the world globally because we are all so connected these days. You don't get it in your grocery store nearby. Just order it online. You'll get it. And try the dish. Have it regularly. Once you start drinking this or mixing it with rice and having, you'll want to do it very often. So this is Viji Varadarajan signing off. Like and subscribe to my channels. Please spread the word around to your family and friends about my videos and my passion in this cooking. And until we meet again the next time, I'm there to answer your questions, whatever you might write below in the comment section. And till then, bye to all of you.